thing we need to do now is to play a game. So I'm going to split the class up into 2 different groups. And let's go right down the middle here. So all of you guys here, Sam and in the back, you guys are on team A. And you guys over here, somewhat smaller team, but mighty, right?
That's right.
Team B. Yeah. All right. And so, Nee, I need you to come on up. Now, here's how the game is played. And you're wondering, but what do we win? Here's what you win. Nothing. Other than bragging rights. You want to win just to win, right?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you don't have to get incentives all the time, do you?
Maybe.
Okay. All right. So,
it's where you can go into other nations, other countries, or other groups within your region.
5 seconds.
And you can be decent at it. Like, you don't offend people, you don't step on people's toes, hurt their feelings.
Okay, time's up. What is your official?
All right, so all right, more or less what I just said. And I guess if we made it fancy and proper, something along the lines of the ability or aptitude to walk into a culture other than your own and perform in a way that is acceptable to them and be able to influence them.
Very good. 2 more points. Well done. Very good. Nice. Nice.
I'd love to know how to cognitively manage that.
You use transdisciplinarity.
Yeah. That's right. Best thing would probably do is hire someone from the BRIC countries and they can do it.
You know what? That's what we got out of it. I think the big thing is things are changing so rapidly these days. You can't just find your niche and just stay there for your career. And you have to constantly adapt and constantly growing.
Yeah. It really is true. You know, I said even on a Wednesday night a couple of weeks ago, and you saw it in there too, that the average person getting out of college now will have 10 to 14 jobs by the time they're 38. That number is just going to go up. So this whole thing about how we go about getting jobs is going from something nice to know because you may use it a few times to becoming a critical life skill because you're going to be getting jobs on a regular basis. Another thing to really consider, and this was kind of stunning and surprising to me, these are the top 30 population areas in the world. And it might be kind of small print. This was 1950. And so what you see here is the ones circled right now were cities in the United States in 1950. And you can see that there were 10 out of the top 30 cities in the world, population-wise, were in the United States. Another 7 came from Europe. So out of the top 30, you basically had over half, 17 of them, came from the United States and Europe. And then this far right over here, this is what they're projecting for 2025. Those 5 cities are all of the ones that are still in the top 30 from the United States or Europe. So from 1950 to 2025, 75 years, they go from over half to 1/6 of the top population cities in the world. Between 2010 and 2020, it's estimated they're going to go from, now it's households, not individuals, they're going to go from a middle class of 13.69 million to 166.57 million households in the middle class. What does that mean? What that means is you have a population greater than the entire population of the United States that in the next 10 years, actually 7 years, is going to all of a sudden have a disposable income they never had before. What was that?
I have the ability to telemarket, but I usually go in the office.
Telecommute? Do you telemarket while you're supposed to be telecommuting? So you're the person who's been calling me. You know, people Skype. It's become a, now we can say, oh, I Skyped them, right? Now, what if someone said to you 10 years ago, I Skyped him? You would think they were a criminal. What did you do to him? Skyped him. Do they still have hair? No, that's scalp. Skype. Another thing that's, another question I want to get at here is where the jobs are going to be. unfortunately, I'm not going to give you job titles. I'm not going to give you job titles. Because from my position as a career coach, one of the things that I see that hangs people up is focusing too much on a job title rather than focusing on skill sets. And there's a breadth of job titles that fit a skill set that could take you into several different industries.